Hi, I'm Andrew, and welcome to Community Design Review, where we take a look at some of this week's best designs from the Custom Magic subreddit as voted on by you, the community. Our first meme card for the week is Desire for Order. It costs blue for an instant that says, rearrange each spell on the stack in alphabetical order. Now the designer's intent here is a bit murky. Rearranging the stack alphabetically likely means you put the first alphabetical spell in the first in slot, which means it resolves last due to the way the stack works. This means the stack is actually resolving in reverse alphabetical order. This is a bit confusing, so some reminder text to clarify would be nice here. Otherwise, it's fine, I guess. I'm struggling to figure out how to use it. I mean, you can protect your spells from being countered, assuming they have names that are later in the alphabet than the counterspell, but rearranging the stack is a very niche ability at the best of times, because having multiple spells on the stack is actually pretty rare, aside, of course, from counterspells. So this seems like a funny concept, but not a practical card. Our second meme is Teenager with Dumb Hair. It costs white for a 1/1 creature, human warrior, with level up 1 and tap. Tap target zombie or goblin. At levels 5 to 9, it becomes a 5/5 with tap destroy target giant, serpent, demon, dragon, beast, or golem. And at levels 10 and up, it becomes a 10/10 with tap. Exile target god or another creature named Teenager with Dumb Hair. Now, I enjoy Kingdom Hearts. The gameplay. Oh god, not the story. Just the gameplay. And there's one gameplay aspect that I feel really needs to be addressed on this card. Why does it not have the teenager creature type? How am I ever going to make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles deck if I get stiffed on the card type every single time it could see print? I'm sorry, Michelangelo. It's not my fault. Our last meme for this week is Modern Lingo. It costs 1 black for a sorcery that says, mill 3 cards, then search your library for a card with mana value 3 or less, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle. So the joke here is it incorporates the newly keyworded mill, shuffle, and mana value all in one dope card. Are the kids still saying that? No? Just me? Okay. Now, the clear and only use for this card is to tutor up another Modern Lingo, so you can be twice as rad. Unless the first copy mills the other 3, which would be sad emoji. Moving on to our black border designs for this week, number 5 is Fun and Games. Fun is a sorcery for blue that says, create a token that's a copy of target non-land permanent with converted mana cost, mana value 2 or less. Games is an instant for red that says, copy target instant or sorcery spell with mana value 2 or less. You may choose new targets for the copy. I love the idea of a split card where one half clones a permanent and the other half clones a spell. That is awesome. In order to cost only 1 mana, these effects can only hit targets with a low mana value, which seems fair until you realize how insane this is in a Bolt Snapcaster deck. Ugh, I guess it's all fun and games until somebody plays Modern. Number 4 is Arbiter of the Iron Rule. It costs 2 white for a 4/3 creature, Angel, with flying, vigilance, and protection from legendary. That's a really simple design, and I love it. As WotC prints more and more pushed legendary creatures for Commander, the percentage of legendary creatures in the 99 of EDH decks increases as well. This creature can act as a safety valve against that, much like how the threat of Blood Moon effects deters players from getting too greedy with their mana base. This has a good body that can stonewall an opposing commander, or any number of other powerful creatures. It's also great at killing planeswalkers because they can't kill it, and it has evasion. So I think this innocuous creature would be a great inclusion for many commander decks. Thank you all for coming. We have gathered here today to remember the life of Stephen Simeon Spirit Guide Smith, who departed from this world last Monday. I know he wouldn't want us to cry. So, in his honor, I humbly ask you to all keep playing degenerate combos. Don't let the end of his life mean the end of his legacy. I mean Modern. Here to sing a song for the departed is his uncle, Simeon Chieftain.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
Thank you, Chieftain. That was beautiful. I understand you can exile ape cards from hand to add red?
Yes, but it's not the same as Steven did.
Of course not. You're not a combo enabler, but you are your own payoff.
I get +1/+1 for each ape in exile.
Well, that seems fun, with some of your more aggressive family members and some card draw.
Steven was aggressive?
Not really, Chief. I'm so sorry for your loss. Coming in at number 2 is the Charmagoif. This suave little guy is a star 2 creature, Lurgoif, for green-white with, when Charmagoif enters the battlefield, choose the value of Charmagoif's power. The number of creatures you control, the number of creatures in your graveyard, 3. This is a cool design. You get to just pick which number is highest, and you can build around a certain one. White cares about controlling a lot of creatures, green cares about creature cards in your graveyard, and the fail case is a 2-mana 3/2. This also seems fair. Its biggest potential to be broken is if it comes down huge on turn 2, but it's really hard to make it that large that quickly. I guess you could play it with a bunch of Ornithopters and Memnites, but then if the Goif dies, you're left with a questionable board state. So I like this card. Also, the name is pretty clever. And our big winner today is Progenitus Reborn. It's a 10/10 legendary creature, Hydra avatar, that costs 5 white, blue, black, red, green. It has Progenitus Reborn enters the battlefield with a vigilance counter on it if white was spent to cast it. The same is true for flying and blue, lifelink and black, haste and red, and trample and green. And Progenitus Reborn has protection from everything as long as it has 5 or more counters on it. So effectively, it's Progenitus with upside. To be fair, this gives you a lot of options with how you can play the card, and it won't have protection from everything if you reanimate it, unlike Progenitus. But I think the best thing you can do with this is just perfect your mana with Chromatic Lantern or the World Tree or Dryad of the Elysian Grove, and cast this as better Progenitus. There's not a lot of reason to aim for less. I guess in a limited format with good ramp and fixing, this could be a sweet but fair bomb. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see your cards featured here, start submitting your designs to the Custom Magic subreddit. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments how you feel about these cards. We'll be back next Tuesday with another community design review.